What you're gonna see right now, it's absolutely nuts. You jump here in this hole.
Yeah.
What happens? I offer them to be on camera. They sort of run away. Russian SUV car. Now you know. We grew up with so many wrong stories.
It was a closed country and no one heard about Azerbaijan at all.
Maybe you can tell us who is really coming.
Took me by complete surprise.
Alright, so I'll start by saying that I'm sweating. I'm completely wet because we are now in Baku in Azerbaijan. It's so hot here. It's like 30 degrees, but it's like 50% humidity. So it's insane. I walk 100 meters and I sweat already. This is a beautiful place, but we don't see a lot of people coming from Europe. Maybe you can tell us who is really coming here. What's the story with tourism?
Tourism is very new for our country. We've been part of Soviet Union until 90s, and the Soviet was a closed country and no one heard about Azerbaijan at all. Since 2010, our government is heavily investing to promote our country, and it's a new destination for the travelers, especially from US. They're coming nowadays, also from the Gulf countries. I hope in the near future, Europe and the whole world come on vacation to Azerbaijan.
And I think it's much easier because as we literally went online and we did the e-visa.
So it's very close. You don't have a very long flight from Europe, 3-4 hours. Prices are also very affordable.
You brought the prices. I had a question about prices. We took Bolt. So cheap.
The special transportations is very cheap because we are oil and gas country.
We came from the airport for 350 euros. Ridiculous.
Also the public transportation is around 20 cents for all destinations.
And the government is sponsoring this?
Government is sponsoring for this fees because the charges is much more.
Every time I come to these countries, particularly today in Azerbaijan, they are selling carpets everywhere. What is so special about the carpets market here? Is like just people just love carpets at home, or you have very skillful people? What's the story with carpets?
Very special part in our culture. Probably at the medieval age they first used it for keeping the house warm. Nowadays everyone has modern house where they have the heating system and all. Not too many people just using the traditional carpets. Even we have the carpet museum, which is in the shape of a carpet. Each region has their own style of carpet and ornaments.
For the mosque as well, right? You use this type of carpet?
For the mosque. Approximately it takes 3 months to finish
manually
by hand.
But then if you go to the scalable or industrial,
this is not the original carpet. The real carpet should be waved by hand.
And how much approximately?
Probably start by 1,000 manat, can go up,
which is $500-600. If we try to buy this in Argentina, in my country, this will be probably 5 times more expensive because it's very rare, very unique. So they pump the price like crazy. The next question is about why the city is such a mix of futuristic place versus traditional old town. Like, what's the explanation to have two places living together as one?
Outside of those walls, there were nothing at all. And on 1846, when the first industrial oil well was established in Baku, that's a decade before when Americans found oil in Pennsylvania. So the half of the world's oil supply was coming from Baku. The outside of the city started to develop. Government also trying to make more modern and futuristic buildings to promote our country.
And it's crazy because the old town looks like a proper traditional Azerbaijan. And then I guess we're gonna move soon to the flame towers and the futuristic building, and we will see more about that and at night.
So we have been invited to try some local dry fruits because the majority of sweet is actually dried fruits here in Azerbaijan.
Found out a very interesting story about halva. Us in Argentina with halva mainly for Christmas, and of course, if you like it, you can buy more.
Siempre es Navidad,
But in this country, in Azerbaijan, they eat halva when somebody dies. They finish burying the person and then they offer halva with tea. The other way they do it is to celebrate the anniversary of that dead person.
Superb quality.
How are you feeling so far in Baku? Unexpected?
A little bit overwhelmed. Took me by complete surprise.
It's really a beautiful place. Very modern, very old. Flame Towers, what a fantastic place. The place is called Highland Park because this is the highest point in the city of Baku, and behind me you can see the Flame Towers because they have a shape of a flame. Absolutely stunning. This city took us by surprise. It's just incredible when you come to these countries how much they explain you about the mosque, about the Islam, about the religion. You start seeing things very differently. So So it's really a bit of fresh air to come and understand more about locals, how they pray, why this is so important, if they pray 5 times a day, 3 times a day. Little details about donations, about putting the name of somebody who died, to mention this person in every prayer. There's so many similarities to other religions. We grew up with so many wrong stories. I'm really, really glad I'm able to come and see it with my own eyes. So, have you ever wondered how a Russian SUV car looks like? Getting here is more challenging. This is the famous Lada Niva. Going to the Mad Volcano now. Can you hear? Let's say you jump here in this hole.
Yeah.
What happens? 1,000 meters down. On this one they told us nothing bad could really happen because you get stuck at the very beginning. It's too dense. Some of those ones you can really go deep. A lot of animals die in some of these places. That's insane. This one here is more about crude oil. Look at this. Christina is a massive believer of all these natural techniques to improve your skin and all that. I don't know if this really works, but that's what they say.
That's a free spa here, literally.
Pile of mud. Wow, we can find inscriptions for such a long time. We were wondering how they were able to write at the very top of the rocks, but the reality is probably those rocks moved over time. One of those places I would never expect Azerbaijan like this. What you're gonna see right now, it's absolutely nuts, absolutely crazy. Not somebody doing asado barbecue. This place is called the Burning Mountain, and what we have here is natural gas. Even though you make the fire disappear, it will always come back because it's natural gas. This is in Azerbaijan as well. Sorry about my voice. I was completely sick for the last week. Don't worry, it's not COVID. It was a sore throat, but I'm getting better now. This is super interesting. We are now in one of these markets, probably one of the biggest markets here in Baku, Azerbaijan. Like in Armenia, we cannot really walk much because they stop us and they try to offer us a lot of different things, which is, people are super friendly. I want to keep exploring now the market, but it's incredible. You see behind me, they're offering Christina a lot of
Fresh hazelnuts, raw almonds. It's delicious. We're getting a lot of treats. I don't know why, maybe because of the camera, or we look completely like tourists, but I don't know.
People are a little bit shy because they don't speak English. I offer them to be on camera, but they sort of run away. But on the other hand, they keep approaching us because they want to talk to us. They want to ask us where we're from, what we're doing with the cameras and stuff like that. But people are really friendly here. So such a surprise, really, when you come to Baku and you see all this. One of the biggest markets I ever seen in my life. If you're wondering what this is, you need to think about MMA, mixed martial arts. There was one fighter, one of the best ever, called Khabib. He used to wear this all the time he was winning. He still wears this papaka. This is the region where they wear this papaka made of wool and worn by mountain shepherds from the Caucasus, who are known for the strength and resilience. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.